If they knew that, they'd be like, "Dear Cockpote, please stop. Although we appreciate it, please stop mentioning your support for us. You're making us look like a pack of dickheads." Sincerely, the Armed Forces. Nobody wants any of that. You are just the fucking worst. And just stop supporting people. Any of the groups that you're attempting to support don't want your support because you are insane.
Wow. What's your next note?
This is a good one. He starts ragging on Steve Rush. Oh my god, I started laughing my fucking ass off. Steve Rush is a person who goes on Debbie Daly's show. I'm not sure of the recent back and forth between Debbie Daly and Steve Rush. I have come out on the air and I said I am not a fan of Steve Rush.
Everybody's entitled to their opinion.
His views vary very differently than mine. They're much different than and I don't agree with him. And I have good reason for not agreeing with him. That doesn't mean I dislike him. I just really, I don't. Wow.
Yeah.
Blows my mind. And that's okay. You can agree to disagree, and that's who I am. But, Cowboy, who the fuck are you to talk shit about Steve Rush? I might not be a fan of Steve Rush because of his views, but you are far beyond Steve Rush. You are the most horrible, psychotic, angry fucking weirdo ever. No one knows what the fuck you're talking about. At least I can say I don't agree with Steve Rush, and I don't know where to start with your crazy fucking one-sentence /podcast show to argue with it. Because it's fucking crazy. You are fucking crazy and you need to seek help. I don't know where you stand on any one given point because you bounce around so fucking much that I don't know what's an actual point on the way that you what your point of topic is. I can't disagree or agree. Well, I can disagree all day long, but because you don't listen. You have no idea what you're talking about. You haven't listened to the show. If you did, you would realize for the 50 millionth time that there was only one lesbian on this show. And, sure, we have gay friends and we fucking love our gay friends. But you should too, apparently, according to your tribute to the Orlando victims. But that's not the case, now is it? In fact, you wish horrible things among the gay community all the time, yet you attribute. Pretty sure some people are rolling in their graves right now. My new nickname is the Lot Lizard of North Dakota.
Nice.
Apparently I am a stripper. Or I left California to come to North Dakota. To come strip, but I don't know. He said that I wasn't making money, but then I don't understand. He's so all over the board, I can't make sense of it. He said the two things that come out of North Dakota are oil and crack. How do you feel about that, Adam?
Well, I don't think the crack ever leaves North Dakota because I smoke it all.
Oh, Jesus, Adam.
That's a lie.
I know it's a lie. Here's some things, Cowpoke, because you don't know how to read, I assume, because you're pretty dumb.
Cowpoke sucks my dick, I'll give him some crack.
Here are some facts about North Dakota, and I'm not from North Dakota, I'm from California, but I decided that you were stupid, so I'm going to give you some facts about what actually comes out of North Dakota. It's a food basket to the nation. For all of the oil, the number one industry is still agriculture, which directly employs nearly a quarter of the population. There are 30,000 family farms and ranches. Average farm size is 1,300 acres, and farms take up nearly 90% of the state. That's 39 million acres. Idaho has its potatoes, Iowa has its corn, but North Dakota is the nation's number one producer in spring wheat, nearly half the nation's total. Durum wheat, sunflower, barley, oats, lentil, honey, edible beans, canola, flaxseed. It also grows plenty of potatoes, corn. Thank you very much. So, I didn't see crack mentioned once there. That's okay. Next one. Here's another one, and we all know this. I'm sure you two North Dakota boys know this one. It made a man out of Teddy Roosevelt. Theodore Roosevelt was known as one of America's great action man presidents. Hunter, rancher, horse rider, war hero. But in his younger years, he was a frail, weak, asthmatic dandy, whose poor health had made his childhood a struggle. While studying at Harvard, he was told by his personal physician that he didn't have long to live. But from 1883, at the age of 25, he lived in the Dakota Territory, which is North Dakota now, falling in love with the wilderness of the Little Missouri River, which reminded him of Edgar Allan Poe.
He was a rough rider.
He became a rancher and a buffalo hunter. By the time he left North Dakota in 1886, he was tan, muscular figure who, according to one reporter, he was a hardy, strong, he was hardy and strong enough to drive oxen. He quotes, "I would have never been president if it had not been for my experiences in North Dakota. Though he was born in New York, North Dakota was probably his favorite state. If it wasn't for North Dakotans are happy to claim him." In time and in North Dakota also inspired love for nature, conservation, and later declared the first national parks. The wilderness area that he adored became the Theodore Roosevelt National Park in 1947. So it made a man out of someone. The state made a man out of someone.
Right? Became the president.
And he became president.
The state
not a lot of crack there, Teddy Roosevelt. Not oil. He didn't mention oil once.
Healthy food basket foods, though.
He did. He was hardy and strong and muscular fit in his time in North Dakota. And he said that he contributed his presidency to living and being in North Dakota. That is something to be proud of, is it not?
The Badlands.
That is something to be fucking proud of.
Right?
No one can say that about you, cockpote. Lewis and Clark. Cockpote. Lewis and Clark was a favorite spot. North Dakota. I'm talking very slowly, cockpoke, so you can keep up with me. Lewis and Clark. You illiterate fuck. It's spelled Lewis space AND space CLARK. Lewis and Clark. You can Google it. The explorers in Lewis and Clark, the famous 2-year expedition of the territory beyond the Mississippi, spent more time in North Dakota than any other state. At least they would have.
They were surveyors.
They did. So far, has anybody heard crack or anything come out of those so far?
No crack.
No.
Have you seen what Minneapolis or Minnesota's known for?
I have a crack in my ass.
What's Minnesota?
About it.
Not a whole lot. Apparently, a lot of cold weather, furry buns, lakes, and everything like that. So North Dakota, in its own, has accomplished more than Minnesota ever fucking has. In its small time.
They got the Mall of America.
That's pretty sweet. So I don't like cockboat. So cockboat, I guess if you're looking for something other than crack and oil.
Well, if you live by the Mall of America, the thing to do is to be a cab driver.
I'm pretty sure he lives in a cardboard box outside of the Mall of America. Cab drivers don't make it. The economy sucks. By the way, the economy in North Dakota, even when it slumps, is still one of the most booming fucking economies in the United States.
We're the only state with a surplus.
Right.
Well,
And
yeah,
when the rest of the country was going to fucking shit, and it was, North Dakota remained strong. And it doesn't have to, even when we're in our oil slumps, right now there is a downturn in oil. But guess what? We still remain one of the strongest economies in the nation.
Everybody needs bread.
Everyone needs bread. Dickhead. 90% agriculture, you fucking idiot.
Everyone needs pasta.
And I am not even from this fucking state. I'm not even from this fucking state. But all it takes is a little research, you dumb fuck, to realize that your bordering neighbor...
You know what? Hey, what's the best flower seed you've ever had?
Dakota style.
Dakota style. I cannot find those when I move to the East Coast when I go over
Nope,
there.
you won't be able to get them. We got sunflowers for days.
Oh, I love it.
Define the women in this state. If you were to define what the women...
Diamonds in the rough. I've actually had this conversation quite a few times.
But I was surprised when I came to this state because I've never seen more blue-eyed, blonde-haired women. There's a lot of tall fucking women in this fucking state.
You move here and you're like, Daniel.
I am considered fucking short in the state where I am a very average height at home.
We're corn-fed.
Yeah.
Oh my god. But
It's the Norwegian.
but I have seen some of the most stunning women in the world. Let's talk about Megan. Like, damn, girl. I mean, some of the most stunning women. God, I hate to bring this up in the air.
Then don't.
Yeah. My ex-husband's niece is Miss North Dakota this year.
Huh.
She's not the greatest looking either, though, so that's kind of doing more damage than anything. But, you know, they have some stunning women in the state. A lot of the dream girls, like across the world, a lot of the women here are born that way. Now, if you have like 4 or 5 kids, things to go a little south. But you know, they're pretty good looking until they lick themselves and go. It's pretty sad. But you know, winters are long here, times are tough. What are you gonna do? And in fact, anybody here is friendly, especially the native North Dakotans are probably the most friendliest people I've ever met. When I first got to this state, which was in 2010, I used to be able, and I was mind blown by this, I used to be able to drive up to a grocery store and leave my car running and go inside and come out and my car is still running and intact. Nobody stole anything.
And why did you start doing that?
Because other people did.
Everybody does it.
Yeah, and you didn't have to worry about people stealing stuff out of your car. It wasn't a thing. People have glass front doors here.
Yeah.
They have fucking glass front doors. That is something I've never seen coming from California. That is an unheard thing. People do not have glass front doors because you are asking for it.
How about the one finger when you're driving down the highway? They always wave at you out the
Oh,
steering
people
wheel.
are insane. They do, and they wave.
Yeah, you wave truckers.
Where were we?
It's a trucker wave.
We were Bismarck, or we were camping, or we were doing something. It does actually everywhere we go, where people they drive by and they're strangers, and they give you the one hand wave, and you're like, hey man, back at you. Like, and I mean, they're very friendly, and people look, even if they don't know you, they look after their own. Felicia was getting pissed off last night because she goes, there's no way this guy's from Minnesota because people in the north tend to take care of each other. Minnesota people are very friendly as well.
Depends on what parts of Minnesota.
True that, but this guy is he sounds like an
Minnesota's a
angry
lot more
New
diverse.
Yorker.
No.
But and he's just walking around and especially coming from the cities and coming from St. Paul, Minneapolis, which has a considerable gay population there. Like, he walks around like it's just the goddamn devil out there.
Right?
This is a man, I shit you not, you listen to his accent, there's no way he's from the cities. He is from the East Coast somewhere. He is pissed off and he's from the East Coast somewhere. Am I incorrect?
I don't know about that.
Where do you think he's from?
I don't know where he's from, but I don't know. He must have a silenced cab. Like, only he can hear what he's saying at some point. So what if he picks up one of these people he's talking about in his cab while he's on air and they're sitting in the back
Jeffrey
seat
Nelson
and he's
or
fucking
moron.
bashing them?
No. Guys, no, then that's not something that is...
That's why I think the whole driving a cab
That is
thing
not
may be
something that is
bullshit.
common to these parts, and I've done a lot of traveling in my time. I've been all over the United States, and I've been to other parts of the world. And being in the central north of the United States, I have never seen someone from these parts talk like that.
Mm-mm. Not unless they weren't from here.
Not unless they're not from here. Correct. So I think he's just an angry little... And do you know why I think he's angry? And we've talked about this before. He's gay. Hates women.
He's just ugly.
Dude, have you seen him? Oh, I got YouTube videos of this motherfucker. Don't like him. Not interested. So that's my take on that. But hold on. Here we go. We're gonna move on. He says we play shitty music. Here, I'm gonna put some shitty music in your ear right now, just because I like to do it. Here you go. Listen to this cock poke.
Now, as a lounge singer, I'm extremely disappointed that politicians want to ban the tour of death metal group Cannibal Corpse on account of their lyrics being too violent. Well, I disagree. Take a look at them. The lyrics aren't the problem, it's the music. So, in case I can't tour, I've created a lounge music arrangement using the actual words to the Cannibal Corpse song, Rancid Amputation. Ripping through flesh is what I do best. Tear off an arm, amputate a neck. Eyes removed, cranium smashed, decomposing remains severed in half. Torsos hang from their own intestines, ripped of all bodily extensions, stumps writhing with infection, suffering a rancid amputation. My muscles tighten as I feel the rush. I look at your core starting to gush, internal rocks beginning to clot. I'll swallow your part.